We'll let Coach Ferry begin with an opening statement, and then we'll start taking your questions. Mark Brennan, you're first. Corey Geiger, you're on deck.
Hey guys, just really proud of our guys to bounce back from such a tough loss the other day. We started the game very similar, and then being up 8 with 2 minutes to go to lose a game like that was really devastating. But our guys really handled it like a really mature team. We watched film and we got better, and I thought we came out and showed who we can really be. We put a 40-minute game together. We defended with discipline. We were connected the whole way, and then it just leads to offensively just sharing the basketball and playing off each other. So really proud of these guys to come together like they did. Like I said, with such a quick turnaround against an excellent team. These guys are I watched every game they played. They're an excellent defensive team. They're disciplined. They're extremely hard to guard. And we just came out there and we just did it as a team together. So really proud of these guys.
Mark Brennan, you have the first question. Corey Geiger, you're on deck. Nate Bauer, you're next.
Thanks for your time, Jim. Can you tell us what it was like to set that tone early again, and then kind of hit on a little bit more how you followed up on it by, not only doing that, but then, bringing it home?
Yeah, well, like I said, we set the tone the other day too. We were dynamic in the first half against Seton Hall in the first 15 minutes, and we had the ability to do that, and we did it again. And I just simply wrote on my board, we've been here before. And then what are we going to do with it? I thought we had a letdown right at the end of the first half against Seton Hall. And today, Jamari and John were in the huddle. This isn't happening. We're doing it. We're staying together. We're defending, continue to defend, continue to defend, continue to defend. And I thought guys really responded. And that's having a mature group, right? That's knowing that you guys actually listened to what you said. And when we watch film and we went over things, it's just great to see the guys carried over.
Corey Geiger, you've got the next question. Nate Bauer, you're on deck. Will Pegler, you're after Nate.
Jim, I want to ask you about making a statement win. And I don't necessarily mean just a statement to the rest of the Big Ten. Is this a statement for all the kids in your locker room that, hey, if we play like this, we will have a chance against anybody?
Corey, I think we already believe that. I don't think it needed to be a statement for our program. We believe that, like I said earlier, in other interviews, we have a lot of shared experience and a lot of winning that's been going on here in the past 3 years. It was more the opposite, that we were really disappointed in ourselves after the Seton Hall loss. So I think these guys really just came together for each other. I don't think we really care about what everybody else thinks or what the nation thinks and stuff like that. That stuff gets taken care of by itself. Our guys are more about each other to themselves. I think they all saw that we didn't do what we were supposed to do, and we didn't really stick together in the Seton Hall game, but we sure did tonight. That's really proud to see.
Just so you guys are aware, we do have a full roster of questions, so we're going to go through everyone who has their hands up first right now, and then we're going to cut it off with Dave Melendra. So next, Nate Bauer, Will Pegler, John Sauber.
Hey, we might have to do this quick. I see the battery here says 4%. So I don't know if you're going to get Rose. If you want to see if you can find someone to get me a charger, I'll see it. Go ahead. I'm sorry,
Jim. Just given that quick turnaround, what was the plan in the interim? I mean, how did you spend yesterday, and did you expect to have that amount of energy and for it to last the whole 40 minutes?
We spent all day yesterday focusing on ourselves. We did not talk 1 second about Virginia Tech. We talked all about ourselves. We talked about how we do things. We had some individual meetings with showing guys some individual film. We did film together as a team. We talked about the positives of the Seton Hall game. We talked about the negatives of the Seton Hall game and what we can do. So that's really what it was. And then this morning we got up, we did our scout on Virginia Tech. We came over here, got some shots up. But ultimately it's always about ourselves. So that's pretty much how we spent our day. And traveling. Spent a lot of time traveling yesterday.
Will Pegler, you've got the next question. John Sauber, Evan Patrick, go.
Hey, Jim. So who made the call to wear the pink and black alternates tonight? And is that something all the guys, get really excited about getting a chance to wear those new or different uniforms?
Yeah, they love wearing the pink and black. We've worn them for every ACC challenge. A couple of years ago, we wore them a ton. I think our guys would like to wear them this year. And Rose might have a statement, or the university might have something on that later too. But we've had great success in it. I think 2 years ago, I think we might have went like 6-1 in them. So It's always nice.
We are 12-0 in regular season games in the pink and black.
There you go.
Jim, so obviously you guys sort of go with a by committee approach when it comes to your offense and your scoring. How does the hot hand sort of affect your substitution patterns and your rotations and how you sort of run your offense?
Well, today I think we really played like we're supposed to play, like we work on, like we practice. Is, our philosophy is we're an extra pass team. And when we have all these shooters on the floor and these guys that can make plays, it's more about letting the ball find the shot instead of guys having to hunt shots down. Today's game was about trying to wear these guys out a little bit too. So we were trying to keep guys fresh because we got blown away ourselves early. I think we started the game the first 11 minutes. I don't think it was a stoppage. So guys were kind of getting blown away. So we were just kind of keeping guys fresh and guys just playing off of each other. And Isaiah obviously had a fantastic game. So we kept trying to play through him a little bit.
Nate Bauer, I'm trying to unmute you, but Evan Patrick, let's go to you and we'll come back to Nate.
I think we're getting the charger here, so.
Hey, Jim.
Hey.
How did you like what you got out of the 1-2-2 3/4 court press, and what made you go to that against this Virginia Tech team?
Well, we've been working on it. It hasn't been as good as it's been in the past. But, Coach Ergo is defensive coordinator, and we sat down and we talked about it, and he just felt like, hey, it was going to get us going. You know what I mean? We didn't use it as much against Seton Hall. We didn't use it as much against Seton Hall as we thought we were going to, but I thought it gave us energy. We had a great warm-up today. There was great focus. We felt like, hey, man, let's go after these guys and try to just set the tempo of the game, and we did a great job of it. So that was a great call by Keith.
Nate Bauer, you've got the next question. Ben Jones, you're on deck.
Hey, just Isaiah's game. What did you feel like were his advantages tonight?
Well, you know what, Isaiah, he's been playing great all year. Like, coming back from the summer, man, he was locked in. He's in the gym all the time. We see this all the time in practice. I thought he was down on himself. He thought he played poorly against Seton Hall. So he was really locked in. And I just felt like he was playing with quickness and he played within himself. He wasn't settling just for threes. He and I talked about it like, hey, take one. If it goes in, you take another one. If not, don't forget you're the attack guy for us. He can really break guys down off the dribble. And, he scored at all three levels today, right? He got to the rim. He made threes. He made pull-ups. He was just fantastic. And it just put major pressure on a defense, which allowed other guys to get shots too.
Jim, to what extent do you think tonight happens if the Seton Hall game doesn't happen? I mean, how much does that loss play into how you play tonight?
You know what? I've been doing this for too long now. And that's always a statement, right? You lose one you shouldn't have lost, and then you want to win in one that people say, no one ever thought you were going to win it. So that's why, we just talk about one day at a time. I know it's coaches talk and people get frustrated with it, but in this league, man, you have to play one day at a time. Okay, we just had a great win, right? And now we got to go on the road and play Michigan. So that's your reward. So you got to just really be focused. And whatever happens in these games, like when you get to Big Ten play, it's taught us whatever happens, whether you win or you lose, you have to be ready to move on to that next game because you can't let one game affect the next one. And I think the experience of our guys really played out tonight in that regard.
Hank Wirtz from the Associated Press, you have the next question. Dave Jones, you're on deck. Tanyan Luce and Dave Melender will finish this up for tonight.
Hey, Jim, you guys shot 50% and held them to 37%. What was your focus coming in? Because, they can be pretty dangerous from outside, but they weren't tonight.
Our defense is always kind of built to take away threes. The one thing that we really talked about is, we're known for playing fast. And people talk about that on offense all the time. And all my teams, wherever I've coached, I've always played very, very fast, really fast pace. I felt we needed to play fast defensively today because of their actions. They're a great cutting team. They played off each other. They played quick. And we used our speed and athleticism to really guard them all over the floor tonight. And I thought that was the biggest key to the game. It wasn't our offense. It was our defense.
And I wanted to show Rose my pen because she sent it to me.
That was a long, long time ago. That was 8 years ago. 8 years ago. Dave Jones, you've got the next question. Tanyan Luce and then David Melendra.
Jim, I don't want to diminish what Jamari did tonight because he played great. But somebody asked me today in a mailbag if this team needs a floor general, and I was ready to agree, but now this team almost reminds me of like the 05-06 Villanova teams. I don't want to overstate that, but I mean the same kind of a 4 out 1 in so often because you're small but so dynamic and quick. Have you ever had this many guards who could shoot and were fluid ball handlers at once? And I imagine this is fun for you.
Actually, I have. I have. I've recruited in
LIU.
that way a lot. And my LIU teams were like this. We were dynamic. We had 5 guys on the floor that could pass, dribble, and shoot, and that's why we were, what were we, number 2 in the country in scoring, number 4 in the country in scoring. Jamari is a floor general. He really is. So he might not have played a great game against Seton Hall, but some people look at a floor general as someone that's just a maestro offensively, but he's our floor general. He's our leader, and it's normally the tone is set defensively, and he sure did that today. And I thought he played a fantastic point guard game today for us, getting other guys shots, breaking the team down, really running our team. So really proud of Jamari. And he's got room to get better too, and that's going to happen as we move forward in the Big Ten. But he played a great game tonight.
Canyon Loose, Dave Melendra, 1 question each, and we'll get Coach Ferry on the road.
Hi, Coach. Just looking ahead a little bit now that you're entering Big Ten play. I mean, the Big Ten had a lot of success across the board tonight in the Big Ten ACC Challenge on the offensive end. How do you think your offense stacks up against the rest of the conference?
I think we'll be pretty good offensively. We've been pretty good offensively over the past 3 years in the Big Ten. I think we'll continue to be pretty good. It's the greatest league in this country. I mean, we have the best coaches in the country. We have the best players. Everybody's big. Everybody's physical. Everybody's fast. It's going to come down to us defending and rebound. If we defend and rebound the way we play and how fast we play, I think we'll be okay offensively. There's going to be nights we got to figure it out. We got to play off what teams are giving us. But really, our focus right now is just get home, get rest, and practice so we can get better and focus on ourselves. And then we'll deal with who was it? Michigan. We'll deal with Michigan at the end of the week.
Dave Melendra, you've got the last question, and they're trying to drag Coach off to the bus. Let's go.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about the significance of this win? You go on the road, take down undefeated Virginia Tech, and now how can you build up this going into Big Ten play?
We just got to get better. We got to get better. It's still early. That's only our 4th game. So we have to use these days in front of us to focus on ourselves. We got to get better defensively. Try to tweak a couple of things offensively, not change too much, but and just keep plugging away and keep focusing on ourselves and keep getting better every day. And then, like I said, it's either practice or game day. So we got to use every day to get better. And whatever happens in those game days, we got to continue to focus on getting better and move forward. And then at the end of the year, you know what do we have? 20 league games. So at the end of the year, after those 20 league games, we'll, see where it's all at and then get to the Big Ten tournament. But right now, it's all about focusing on ourselves.
Thanks, everybody. Coach Ferry, thank you so much for your time. We'll see everybody back in State College.
Thanks, guys.